So now we are online streaming on YouTube. I passed my YouTube channel for some of you. But you do me one favor before we leave. You are going to subscribe to my YouTube channel as a part of going viral and moving our existence into more existence, passing it all over the world. And as it gets viral, people will get into it and then patch into us from our simple sitting we have here, and we go viral. Mentorship will thrive. I promise you a good day. You all my colleagues. We all went to the veterinary school, passed our exams. I was telling them the strategies I used. Everybody has his own strategy. And in business planning, strategies differ. Personality differ. But there's what we call the standard, which you're supposed not to deviate from. But in between those standards, you are not deviating from. It's a pathway through which you advance yourself in life, taking some proven risks, not unproven one, not illegitimate risks, legitimate risk. You never pass through a process to logical conclusion if you don't go through some hard ways and tough ways in life. When we are young, Ginny Cliff sang, there are hard way to travel. It has a hard way to travel, but a rough way to go. But he can't turn back because his mind is fixed. His heart is made up. He will never stop because his faith will lead the person through. There are some issues I see in vets which I try to trash. And this issue of trying to be the be-all and the end-all, try to narrow himself or herself to the spectrum of life where you don't break out. In life, you must break out. You know that you are breaking in. And never you underestimate the power you have to take your life to a stronger direction. But it all depends on you. All depends on your strategic planning, your planning. If you plan well, and you are in a country where you plan to replan, what you see in the morning, for those of us who have seen this life from corporate spectrum, there was a day exchange rate went 5 times to 6 times. It's not what is in by 8 a.m. It's what is it by 9. You know? And then you keep yourself in yesterday. Don't think that you have yesterday's strategy and then you expect to use it for tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. Well, even today, today's strategy might not outlive tomorrow. It is tomorrow that I'll live it. And all I tell people is to go ahead of time. Let time pursue you, don't pursue time. Let time pursue you, don't pursue time. That's why you should have a prophetic vision where you see things ahead of time. And lucky for me, I started seeing things from, the real life in 1991, 4 years after my graduation in 1987, when I started bringing some vaccines from the United States. He started showing me where this country is headed. By June that year, in 1991, dollar was $8, in 8 naira a piece. By the time my products arrived, it was 14 naira, 50 kobo a piece. People were shouting, almost double, getting to double. By the time I brought another one, it was 20. Before I knew it, 30. And now it is 1,250. I used 14,500 naira to buy $1,000. Now 14,500 can give you barely $8 from 1,000. So it's the volatility in the system leaves good that you have to think ahead of time to screw yourself in sticking in places and not to remain today. You take next tomorrow as if it is today. What will happen next and not what has happened? As we speak now, Kenyan economy is 185 Kenyan shilling is one pound. And Nigeria is buying, I'm pleading to buy 1,550 as at yesterday. And somebody is going to give me a 1,850. When I started bringing this pounds was under 100 naira. I think in 1995 or thereabout. Like 2008, that pounds was 250, 235, 200. Today now, pounds is 1,000, getting to 1,600. You can see that you have a checkered economy in your hand. A somersaulting economy, a volatile economy. And you cannot be in that of economy and don't have plan Z. I don't believe in plan B. But 26 or what alphabet, please. I did my nursery school. Is it 26 or 25? I did my nursery school in 1965, which in fact, the first day they took me to that nursery school, it was a narrow road. So I didn't even do nursery, a narrow road to the school where my mother was teaching to where the nursery school was. And then I looked, I didn't see my mother. I cried that day. In fact, they told my mother not to bring me here after school. They went and kept me in primary one so that I'll be failing. No, what I'm saying is that 26 alphabets, you cannot mix all. But if you limit yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where is our food? You will miss a lot. And that is the import of what do we do so that we not miss a lot? Do we use underprice? My friend is doing one, already is 2,000. Let me do 1,000 so that the whole world will come. They will laugh at you. When you are down, do you look up on your cost client or for them to look down on you? They have to look up to you. That's the simplicity of life. I never believed that veterinary medicine is a cause for the inferior. I never believed. And the way I have schooled my life, I have schooled my life in such a way that from day one, you know me. If you can tackle me, fine. I am not the kind of abide by, no. Some people stay in their closet. They stay in their closet and be doing hatchet job, how to bring down somebody, and not how to cooperate, expand the market. I remember in 1987, we were being sent off by Christ Church at UNN. You know, unfortunately, for us, we felt we were still kids. We never knew we were doctors or we are graduates. We are no more undergraduates. We are graduates. At the Arts Theater, we were hiding drinks, and we never knew that the organizers of the event, you know, after the service, after the Sandford service, the Sandford party, we saw, you know, the way Arts Theater is, like a stadium to watch what is going on. People minister, talk to us, advise us, and blah, blah. Do you know we are stupidly hiding there until we hit up to one carton, one person. We had no option to bring it out. And that is life in its emphasis. Life in its emphasis is that once you have excess, but who creates the excess? It's all of us here. If I sell puppy to Enugu, or people in Enugu, or people in the East, they know I'm a vet doctor. And through me, it's a part of my passion to expand the business to Enugu. If I be selling puppies to East or to Eastern part of the country, with that, my product will be selling. There are many ways to get a market. Unfortunately for me, because of the way we sold Verizon in Nigeria, my partners in UK said, look, go to East Africa and see what you can do for us. I went there, I saw that people, I don't know, they're not like us, they're not aggressive. One of my agents, the agent I got for them, two of us, I went there, two of us went to see a dog breeder that runs a security company. In fact, they are buying their dogs for sniffing. They're sniffer dogs. And they told him when I left, right, apply. He said they don't think they're serious. And when I lashed him, how do you think they're not serious? Why did they tell us to apply? And you're a marketer. Marketing is never said that. The young chap who is an estate agent, for 5 years, he wanted to throw me out of my house in Nigeria. I told him it's not possible. But he did some jobs that I love. At the end of the day, we got an agreement judgment. When his head, he was not head good. He came to me, we got agreement judgment. I said, okay, give me 1 year, I'll go. And I said, but to throw me out of that house was near impossible. It's almost impossible. And by the time he saw it, after 4 years, he came for agreement. And the way he professionally treated it, if I tell you 1 or 2 properties I want to sell in the north, I've handed it over to him to sell. We didn't get enmity from it, but we got love from it. He tried to throw me out. That means the way he tried to throw me out, if I give him land to sell, he will sell it well. That's how life is all about. It's not a game of enmity all the way. Unfortunately, in the office now, he has left Jidet his parent company. He has started his school. Right into Rakia's house, he's with me as neighbor. Right in Banawa, he's with me as neighbor. Today, a woman called me. No, last week, a woman called her. He wants to sell her house in Banawa. I've gotten in touch with Said. We spoke this morning. I'm handing over selling of that house to him. And there are other things. When my meter got burnt, had some issue, he was the one who helped me to fix it as a neighbor. I was in UK, he did everything. If I had engaged him on the point of enmity that he wanted to throw me out of the house, what I'm getting from him, I won't get it. And you see, this kind of relationship is one that endure. You see yourself from the bad side. You're not seeing yourself on the good side. Everybody knows his break point. I can't talk to you because you are selling the same thing I sell. I look at it. I have a blue badge company, corporate platform. I don't know how many of you are in that platform. I brought about to all my competitors and lumped them in there. It was the way I handled it that I got called Alasan and told him that this blue badge platform is the best platform to raise funds so we can prosecute Animal Diseases Act. And today, Animal Diseases Act is signed, sealed, and delivered. If I had said, and if that Animal Diseases Act, I'm saying online, there's certain things I want to do, would have been made biologists by now, if that act is not signed because of subsequent events from the parallel professional who want to overtake and override us and ventilate our space. Don't take your enmity too far. It doesn't make a man. I live in yard. What they call yard. If they call you in the yard, yeah. Where you see first term like class 1, it's only Onyeka that would know this story at Onitsha, where I started as CKC, and I came later as a transfer pupil. I was staying with my uncle in Ezenwa Street to go to Ezenwa Street. Ezenwa by Sanis. No, by Sanis. I stayed there first time because what happened in that year, if you remember, sir, we did our primary 6, 7 months, January to July, so that by September we enter first year. So those who were in upper 6, the higher school session, the upper 6 did not end in July because of the voluminous nature of their curriculum. They ended up in December. So that means we met them. So the whole school had, and that's the one had this admission policy that makes you the school to have explosive population. So I didn't have a space in the dormitory. So I had to squeeze myself. And I loved that period when I lived in a yard with an uncle who is a traitor. I lived in a yard where you see we fight all the way, fracas all the way. Children don't talk to children. Men don't talk to men. If 2 women are quarreling, the husband will come, the girl will come, the children will come. You see the husband fighting the husband, the wife fighting the wife, the children at every level. You're in a yard. And you see a man beating the wife, tomorrow the wife is pregnant. And I ask myself, it is immaculate conception. Does it go through this biological process? I know. Eh? I don't know whether they don't touch their love or hatred too far. No, so what I'm trying to say is that kind of life is not life. Whereby fracas fight. No, we're supposed to come together. What do we think? To expand this market. What can we do to go to South Africa and be bringing dogs? Any breed that is not in Nigeria. How can we breed the boxers are not in Nigeria and this one is not in Nigeria? How can we? When they deliver puppies, you will take care of. You know what I mean? You are going to South Africa to get puppy. I will get market for you when they deliver. I will get market for you when you are. How do we, put ourselves on the value chain and pick our various values at various strategic spots? Business is not for sleepwalkers. I was a sleepwalker when I was growing. In the morning, my dormitory mates will be telling me as secrets. We started that we produce a polytechnic. We started it as College of Arts and Science. They are telling me what I was saying in the night. Me, I was the one saying it. But people are the one telling me I said this in the night. When I said it, I did not know. I'll be talking and sleeping. It's not, that's what causes somnambulism. It's not part of business process. Business process, you do what you know, how to do it, and what will come out of it. And the stupidity of life, especially in business, in all realms, is to make yourself an indoor person. It won't take you far. I remember the first time I met Kimberly was the conference at Enugu. Kimberly, please. The first time I met Kimberly, the conference at Enugu, she came with some lovely dogs and chilling around her, and she was petting them. He said, wow. In a place, people say that there are no dogs. Clients are very difficult. And people, you can be your own client. Imagine if you have a breeder farm and you're selling drugs, you're selling it to yourself because you're not giving it to yourself free. You make the money. And that's why I always want people, if you are in areas of strategic business, make sure you compartmentalize them. They give account and give record of them. Don't match them together. If you match them together, you won't know the one doing well and not the one who are not doing well. In November, I came here. I came to East, went to Bridgehead. I needed to buy this biggest backhoe sack, super sack or what. After picking it, in fact, the woman I got it from in Bridgehead, I went to see my client, my customers, because I have, they buy a lot. I collected a bag. By the time I got home, I saw that the two bags were glued together and I paid for one. In 750 naira. God forbid, I don't touch money that is not my own. No matter how. Success in life is a divine process. It's not for darkness. Those who are trying to use darkness to make money, go to their family today where they are, when they have gone. You see real darkness. Families mortgaged, people not freed. They'll be asking themselves, what did they do? Meanwhile, they were caged by their ancestors. There are things you do that is a boomerang. Anyway, I put the bag, use the one I know I bought. Anytime I'm coming to it, I forget bringing her bag. And then I left for Kaduna, but that bag is securely placed. So this time around, I came for Christmas. I think on it, I opened their market 6th or 7th of January. I was in Onitsha. I still forgot the bag. But I went there. I told the woman, you had a daughter here, yes. I bought one big bag for you. Said she forgot. Anyway, I didn't pay for one. They said me sometimes they glue together. I just gave her 800 naira. She brought 15 naira, but she's selling 800 naira. I said, no, just take no money. I got liberated. But what I'm trying to say, the woman did not know. That's where I'm coming from. How many of you are in your shop? Things are missing. Do you know? Do you have a record? This is a petty trader. But you, as a corporate trader, went to school. Do you have anything in place for checks and balances so that if there's anything that's lost in your system, you know? I was telling them how I backchecked and saw some of my intransigent workers. Like when someone tell me about rep, I was just laughing. How people will give the business, the salary and the employment you give them and use it as a tool to convert your business to secondary business and make their own as primary business. Probably because you are in Kaduna. I got the person red-handed. My own is that there's the way I do my things. I cannot, if I suspect you, a serial thief. Syria means that he won't stop at one. It's not a one-off thing. I'll catch you. I don't catch you from me hearsay. Even my back check, my intelligence report will be telling me a lot of things. But I will not on that thing. I want to get to the roots so that I will learn that this thing is possible. I never knew that reps can use your corporate vehicle to do kabu-kabu. I never in my wildest dream until I got to my room. A doctor, the level they can go to destroy the base through which they are sent. Never. It looks bizarre. There are things that once I say, are these human beings? But when you look at the desperate situation of human being, devil can, if you submit yourself to devil, he will use you. One of my colleagues, a year ahead of me, as when in 1986, I am 87. I said, you're my customer, I'm not seeing him for a long time. He said, what his workers did to him, they wrecked him. One of my colleagues working for him, he has a shop. The girl was finishing her, the way they arrange sachets for poultry medication. The one behind, she was selling from the one behind and pocketing the money, or maybe stealing them and pocketing and selling it elsewhere. While in the one in front, by the time he knew that he has an empty stock, the guy has gone. The greatest problem we have in this country is human resources. I've seen it all. I've employed over 9 of my colleagues. One vet I employed in Ibadan. I say it and I'm online. He was in UI, impregnated a girl in Ibadan Poly. And if you know UI and Ibadan, did any of you school at UI? You see, you school in UI, you know that the Ibadan Poly has a common wall. So just to enter there and come out for such action, it's an easy process. I'm not saying anything. For the ladies here, all protocol duly observed. If there is an insanity from my word, Holy Ghost fire. Then he couldn't marry the girl. The girl delivered, was staying in, you know, about the well, was the parents were staying in Abuwo. You know the proximity. He was staying with his friend's house. It was when I gave him a job that the house I got for him, the BQ I got for him, 2 self-contained BQ I got for him in Dubai. Is it Dubai? Yeah, it's not Dubai. What's that next suburb? The GRS suburb before you get to Dubai from UI. Bodija. Yeah, but at Bodija. Then it was when he started living with the wife. They had a get together. 6 months down the line, I gave him a car. This guy went and registered in UI to do his master's degree. Forgot my business. You can see how ephemeral infertility, involatility of sensibility human beings can go. Human beings, when driven by Satan, can go far to wreck. Oh, you know, I'm coming in, no, there's no market. Meanwhile, there's market. But he's using your time for his personal benefit. The one I employed here, I got you see, one thing we do, and I want you to engage yourself. Whatever gossip, intelligent report is, all this we call intelligence is gossip. It's no big deal. And before, I do not fly away. I do not take gossip. But now I've taken them. In fact, I used to say it's women that I enjoy gossip. Now, in fact, I want to be a woman so that I can enjoy gossip more. And when I went to Egypt, they were looking for the tomb of Tutankhamen, where they got almost the best treasure in the world, in the archaeological world. If you see what they dug out, excavated in that tomb of Tutankhamen, the boy, what they call boy, he said it was 9 years and died after 9 years. So he died at 18 years. After Lord Carmen tried and tried, he saw just an inlet opening. I said, let's try this opening. And we started. So most times, life, look at openings that can give you information. How did I know that he has finished doing my business, that he has taken over his business? You know, people, when they lie, oh, my wife has a shop and he's the one, I'm not interested. But when I got there, 6 a.m. from Enugu, I drove there. I saw him. For 15 minutes, I was in front of him, didn't see me. Because of the people that came to pick the wood. So how did I know that that's the time? How can Americans still send their missiles somewhere if they are not intelligently guided? I can, from your office workers, the one I won't do, I know a farm owned by one of the IG in this country, who was an intelligent. He uses, but that one is beyond me. I can't try that one. He uses the, what do you call them? No, he uses the girls working in the farm, poultry attendants. He was sleeping with all of them. And they are giving him intelligence. Whatever happened that day, they will tell you. He prefers all of them. But this one is beyond me. Rake information about, you see, you can lost in your business. Like that person that people are stealing his drug, the girl was stealing his drug, the self guy, you don't know. Like they line a drug like this. There's one behind. There's one in front. The girl was picking from one behind selling. The one in front, I feel, they thought he still have his product. By the time the girl gave open, it was an empty carton boxes. So how can you allow your business to sink to that level? What are the signals you put, flags you put that when red flags off? When red flags off, you will know. Human resources can rake you to zero. And that's why if you, now I have structured my business in such a way that I don't beat more than I can chew. I only work with Dr. Eza, only father in Ibadan. We are under my driver. We are and we still make money. We still sell. It's better we sell few and enjoy few than you have much and enjoy nothing. The power to expand is there. The brain box to expand is there. But the capability to handle the expansion might not be there. And that's why I prefer doing concentric business within an area. You'll be doing business within a value chain and enjoy within that value chain than going outside. In the name of expansion. In the name, come, you know my driver. Sorry, I'm online. So, try to manage what you can manage. And I have seen people who are rampant in square homes. It's a life you have to fit yourself in. It's a lock and key. Whatever business for you to treat, if you see Kimberly with those dogs, I think they're Babu or something like that. Huh? They were Caucasians. Okay, Caucasians. If you see the way she, Babu, thank you. If you see the way you handle that, you see her style of life conforms with it. Don't do business outside your style of life. I'm a trader, I'm a market. How did we get Vetzyme in this country that it's like, when we were young? How do we get it that everybody buying vitamin will love it first? As point. It's sweet tongue. This tongue, you say, I'll sweet tongue you. But the only thing I know, the products are good. You can take two products of the same balance. One will sell better because of the packaging you're giving it. You can get Coca-Cola, put it around, but maybe label it Kimberly. Nobody will go and buy it. But Coca-Cola, people will buy it. Is it not products on the same parity? So something was done. What do you make? What do you make that your product? When we are young, you are older than me. In the 60s, before the war, Anybody telling you to go and buy a detergent, he said, go and buy soft for me. Am I lying? Yeah? No, later. Omo. Soft was the first. They put all those discs inside it. Remember, all those plastic discs inside them for children to play with. They are getting you into your emotion to love it. And once you get your service, your product into emotion of a people, they will drive the marketing of that. I don't mess around with China. A colleague of mine went and killed his business. It was imported from Belgium, and they went to clone the same product because it's cheaper. He brought it and people did not buy it. Meanwhile, people were buying because Belgium is in Central Europe. I don't get my products if it's not in Britain, America, and Europe. And that's all when my vaccines. Okay. You know, you use my vaccines a lot. You know the failure rate is almost 0. But what is happening now in Pakistan? People thought I was making money. I went to China, I went to all these countries, Thailand. I went to Thailand and went to and started bringing. I left. And I want disaster. I don't pray for outbreak. When it comes, I will enjoy. I don't think those selling coffin will pray for people to die so that will do business. But once people die, they will enjoy. So what I'm trying to say is this is very simple in all equanimity. That the input you give your product is output it gives people. You remember when we are young, when someone tells you to go and buy milk, he's telling you to go and buy pig. Yeah, then to go and buy pig. You think it's an overnight. There's some emotional basis you have attached. Yeah, there's some emotional basis that you have. There are some emotional basis that you have attached to your products, your services, that makes it a must come back for people. And that's where emotion and economics meet. If you like, call it emotionomics. Then your client's dog died and you're crying, and Kimberly knows how to cry. I'm sorry, Okol, I've not met you before, so whether you cry better than Kimberly, I don't know. I'm using an example of people I know. And when you see Onyeka in that clinic at one, you see his personality. If not, I'll come back again to see this personality. It's not when dog dies, after his dog. The owner will not come. And most times, an owner that loves dog will not come. And how you handle them in your clinic, how you pet and love them, and not when you are tape muzzle them, you are tying, you are drawing. And when I hope this thing is dog catcher is no more in existence. I hope. I just hope. Or you carry dog and put it on top of bonnet on your car to inject at the public display. What kind of vet are you? There are some simple things we put in place. Anybody that comes should come back again, and not to come and go forever. How can you make your money? You don't go beyond your business to badge into the social well-being of your client. It's believed you don't go. You don't send Christmas messages. You don't send messages. You don't go, how are you people? I just want to know how you are. The kids are schooling maybe somewhere close to you. You never gone visiting there to see them, with them. If you get emotion of a people, a person, they will not depart from you. Why is it that when Christ wants to preach, he first of all do miracle? And they say the crowd were following him. The crowd were following him because when we were young, you know, my parents were teachers. We posted a place for the first time. We live outside the school premises. I don't know any of you from Mumbai, not here, in a town called Oriago. My dad was teaching at the Himes. What I saw in that market, we were living in almost inside a market. They'll get these Ajasco dancers, magicians. Meanwhile, they keep their, all they want is to pull crowd to that place so they'll start advertising their name, what they come to sell. Why are they doing it? They've gotten your emotion. You are this baby Naira and Kobo. But I just put all manner of things for we can power. And you see comedians, a lot of comedians, people want to relieve themselves of what they. But when they come, they open up. If you drink this 2 days, 1 day, half a minute. So what do you do to attract crowd to yourself and not to be offensive to your competitors? The world has moved beyond competition to cooperation. Anybody dealing with competition now is in the dustbin of, is in an analog phase, in the dustbin of history. That's why you cannot do yesterday's, you cannot do your business with yesterday's strategies and think you grow tomorrow. More especially in this country where what you see in the morning is not what you see in the evening. When someone tell you good morning, you say, you look at your watch. And that brings me to 419. Number one business record. People will call you. A fool will call you when we belong. Please click. We will send you code. Click. You go and click. I was in my house in Dundee, in Scotland. One Indian called me. One woman. You know their intonation. You know the way they speak. I should open my laptop. I said, to check one or two things down. I said, report that I'm not even using British telecommunication. I'm using startup. That all he wants is to have access to my computer and read me. I say, young lady, a criminal. Are we criminal? I say, yes. She dropped. You know what about 419? When they know, you know what they know. They drop the phone. Sometimes they call me during the analog time. They call my landline. I know in that one is not a complete internet call. I'll tell them I'm the PA. Let me get the computer. I just let them spend their money. You have to be very careful. 419 is real. I have seen many people is rigged. Turn them. You know. Oh. And you got them.
I'm not interested in that, but I feel an inside that was part of it.
No, it's an inside job.
Yes,
and the worst,
the
worst,
that has to do with our class because they are actually
they called you. Why police don't call all of them? Only me they can't inform. No, it's not only our class. I don't want to call one of us, but that one fell for them. He gave them money. Yes. I don't know if this is.
Do you know the worst?
Give them money.
Let me give you two instances. The worst The most deadly 419 is the one that will give you eat. Give you your business. It will go. 1 naira, you make 1 million naira. He will bring another one, 10 million. You know what I mean? By the time you get to the next stage, third stage, you see him again. Ponzi schemes. These are good 419. That happened to my brother in UK. 419 all over the world. I told you an Indian called me. One man went and befriended, when the married man went and befriended a girl who is the agent of 419. And through that girl, the girl drove away the wife. The wife led, the girl packed in, and they used that girl to raise that. Imagine where your beloved honey. It's part of the process that they finished the man. He sold his house. And by the time he came back, the woman has gone. Till today, till tomorrow. So 419 is real. But you see, I see those is that people straying into a space that they do not have on an unfamiliar, who want to business on unfamiliar terrain. And who has this celerity to make money at all costs? If you are contented with what you have and you are building it gradually, what have you to do with sinisters? Investor, and you see the stupid people that are doing this, you are far better, more intelligent than them. School dropouts, those graduates are into it because of joblessness. So I was talking about style of life, you know, and there's some, if Enugu loves dog, and people are coming up with dogs, people are coming up with dogs for security, for pets, for, you know, in advanced countries, the dog, in fact, pussycat is more valuable to them than them. Some even marry pussycat. So this is one thing I when we were doing GS. When we are doing GS, culture here can be a taboo there. Taboo there can be a culture there. So the culture of a people, what they like has to be part of what you're doing. And how do it? And then you in your own way will be expanding what they want within that culture. There are some cultures that they don't eat pig. Culture that they don't eat beef. And you are going to practice beef or dairy in that environment. You won't make anything. But the culture that love chicken, you practice, you have your chicken. Culture that like to eat eggs. So I've left style to the culture of a people. And then you don't do things that your culture hates. And one stupid thing about life, one stupid thing about life is you want to have it cheap on onset. You want to have it so cheap on onset. That cheap, where if you get it, find coppers will look for where they pay commerce, they want. That commerce, you and your girlfriend will finish it in 1 or 2 visits. Experience is better than money. I have my own experience. Part of what I am doing today is what I learned as a copper. In fact, when the man was training me, I thought he was punishing me. But every Christmas I go to his house and say, take this wine, thank you. There were some of them, we were 12. Some of them were working in some palatial places. One in Agric Bank, they were paying him 400 naira. While our last allowance was 250 naira. Later it decreased to 300 naira. 700 naira a month as at 1987, 88. While my own was 150 plus 250, 400. But the experience I got is far better than what he got. In between money and the experience, go for experience. Experience will give you money. Comfortable. And I believe in Marxism that if you can't make money while you're sleeping, you work until you die. You'll be working till death. I've seen a vet, he had stroke. I don't know, came to Kaduna, the family, I don't know what happened. He came to Kaduna, isolated himself in Kaduna. If you see him give anti-rabies here with left leg, somehow somebody can, or whatever system can help him to do that thing. And then most times he will breathe those virus. When you breathe, once I accidentally I breathed and I inspired an anti-rabies virus. Those things give me fever for some time. Just to inspiration. So what I'm trying to see, and another thing I want that brings me to inspiration. Inspiration, I put it in my channel. Inspiration does exist. Before I move to the other section of area you need to narrow yourself, what's supposed to be in that environment that really will make you tick. Inspiration must meet you walking. Inspiration does exist. People can be inspired to move mountain, but you must prepare to move that mountain. It must meet you walking. Inspiration is not for dollars, labor, lakhs. That is not the veracity of inspiration. It must meet you walking. And then the next, I have talked about where I was trained as a copper. But somebody was sent to Amo Bing to serve. I met him at the Dean's office in UI. Amo Bing in our way in Oyo. Amo Bing and Amo Sibra, they were all Sanders before. They have breeder farms. I bought one to left from them. They have factory. They have feed mills. They posted you here. You were asking them whether they will pay you a MSS. They have not even worked. Don't even know whether you are a trained work. Not to go into the system. And if you have the money, maybe your father is a Babangida, you wouldn't have been looking for MSS. Stay there. In fact, they owe cheap business alone. If you can do it after conditions, you come inside that place. The experience, I've seen somebody, Dr. Dan Okeke, the experience he got in 3 vets better than him. Yeah, Oshobo. Huh? Amo. Okay, Amo. Yes. Awe. This is what the person went. Anyway, I spoke my friend, the MD then of our Ayo don't talk. I said I met one young boy, and he said that boy that he was abroad. They were telling the accountant, the secretary, he said going to pay me comment, and you are telling him, and this is a secretary that wants his job to be there and lip service, eye service, as he's saying, just to make himself a good boy. Ayo was relating it to Ayo. He said, just allow the boy when I come back. So unfortunately for the boy, when Ayo came back, he entered. He said, sir, how much are you paying me? Are you going to pay me comments? He said, just stay with we'll get back to you. Stay with the general office. He called them. type his injection and gave me. Do you know when I worked in a bank? Because the comments is looking for, will they be waiting for you? By the time they are going to repost you, everybody, all the strategic spots have been taken over. We all copper. 8 years in his business, his life, career, he has cut it short. 8 years of his life is gone. He has to do another 8 years because of attitude. And that's my worries in life, attitude. And that's what brings me, every area of your upbringing can help you, can manage you, to manage yourself, to manage your business as a core area of concentration in your businesses and practices. The stupidity of jack of all trades, master of everything, forget that he says it's all for us to talk and make mouth. You cannot do fish practice and combine it with a pet practice. And as you're growing, you are narrowing. I was in dog when I was doing ambulatory. And I forgot to say that when I finished my youth service, because of the experience I got and the little clients I got from where I served, I was doing what I call half Okada, half trekking, subsidized ambulatory. That means if I'm going to, is it at Ogui, what do you call stadium? Maybe I'll take Okada to Artisan and use leg to finish the rest. No, that was me. I am proud to say it. Another thing I am proud to say is I'm a son. I started my life as a son of a village headmaster. And don't think your background, your humble background is your back on the ground. It has no business with your back on the ground. The world is for everybody. It's not meant for the elitist few. You can break the ceiling of social barrier and move into the next stage. I had a classmate in secondary school. I talked with experience. This young man, after the war, his father died, I think, during the war. In fact, before he joined us in our class, his father had died. But because throughout the Biafran enclave, they had no poultry during the war. And they would eat egg after the war. And schools would eat egg, secondary school pupils. He was going to the West as a student, taking money from the mom and taking eggs from the, when they had a robust poultry program in the Midwest those days. In Midwest. What you have Bendel letter was Midwest in those days. Before they created Bendel and now they separated. The mother had a big restaurant upstairs, supermarket downstairs. He was able to know weekends. He'll be there on weekends trying to help the mom. And knows that salad products, salad cream, beans, whatever, products you use for salad, is in hot sale. Today is the net importer of salad product is West Africa. Who is that person? P2. Because he skewed himself and screwed himself. Go and see his next cash and carry in Abuja of what the mother started is what he took to that level. Net importer. Any his product now is in because of that little beginning. That humble beginning, area of tutelage, area of family upbringing, area of family background. And there are areas that can help you. For 3 things I have mentioned here. 4, culture of a people, lifestyle, area of upbringing. And I'll come to the last, health. For those of us who study chemistry or biochemistry well, in every reaction, there's what we call energy profile. You have the reactants, For them to react, they must get to activated complex. It is only when they get to activated complex they start releasing energy. If they release energy more than they got, is that exothermic reaction? If they release less than endothermic, but for not telling that you have to activate it to get activated complex. And they're getting to activated complex, they're climbing a hill of more energy, more energy, more energy. But you can cut down that energy with catalyst. And that's why when you put catalyst in reaction, it gives you more products. And what I'm saying is what catalyzes business. Put business inside a catalytic chain, a catalytic process with less time, less energy, less this. Imagine an experience I had in 1 year. In the morning, from 8 o'clock to 11, 12, I'll be there consulting the farmers who come to buy products. From there, from 12, I'll be in the farm to come back 8 in the night. A copper. But that experience, you can't take it out from me. I saw products move. Then they had National Livestock Development Project, World Bank Project, World Bank Program. Most of the drugs that are used in that project were supplied from our company. You see various layers of customership in veterinary drug distribution. And that's why I just picked vaccine as one starting point. Because one, vaccine is easy to carry. You don't look at me. I don't think I'm having up to, I don't think 3 million worth of vaccine in my car filled up. But if it's vaccine, talking about 40, 50 million inside a small plane. You know, you need to move areas that you have least resistance to area that has tougher resistance as a flow chart. When they come to vaccine, I said, look, I'm not, I've been dealing with vaccine and it's working. I even brought vaccine from Thailand and said that vaccine is vaccine. That's why I allowed the vaccine is vaccine. I'm going to mop up. I have all it takes to mop up. I've been doing my homework to mop all these, but let people see the difference. Some of us are with us, they're not with us. So then the last is health. Don't just subject yourself to due risk. If you're an entrepreneur and business is poultry, don't be an absentee farmer. If you are lucky, they don't steal you. After stealing all your protein, you don't end up, they plan for to kidnap you by your poultry workers. You know you're a strong person. If you're an asthmatic and you run an poultry enterprise, you need to either, if you want to go into it, you need to have nose mask 24 hours, or you die. Asthma killing from asphyxiation. And your body chemistry is for you to walk 4 or 5 hours for you to go and sleep. You are walking 12 hours. People like us, this one, I can be here, doing my business. God has given me the instrument of success on this tongue. Our brands are #1 in the country. We did a lot of homework. And I said it here. Now, the tools we use, the marketing tools, they want us to export it to one or two places. It's not a day's job. It's strategic thinking. And what is planning? Strategic thinking or strategic drive in all times. And not when you're talking about Nigeria, you are planning to replan. Because you don't plan. If you plan, and you don't replan, if I'm not in a match, it's about some certain economy. We have moved from inflationary economy to stagflationary economy. Now we're in shrinkflationary economy. So you cannot use what you're using in inflationary economy, the dynamics or the strategies to tackle stagflationary economy. You cannot use it to tackle shrinkflationary economy. Shrinkflation. You have stagflation. Stagflation is like stagnant. Things are stagnant. You don't even have money and prices of goods are going up. This one, you don't even have the goods. Shrinkflation is shrinking in size and the prices are going up. The demand push economy. I would have, if I had time, I would have talked about how people make dollars from here. This girl, Emanuela, is a billionaire, a small girl, making dollar in Port Harcourt. Comedy. Comedy. Oh, you think you cannot have a comedy? You cannot have a comedy point and be doing what you're doing. You organize it. So please, I want you to go into my I sent some. Get into my before we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and subscribe to our channel. You subscribe now. Please go into our Bluebird TV channel and subscribe. Huh? So that is it. Any question before? Let's get to channel Bluebird TV and then give us the subscription, and that's where we eat from. Maybe one day dollars will start to flow my end. And then no. I have only 163. No. You need to have 1,000. I have 163. So any question, please make sure you subscribe before we go. Have you done your own? Yeah? You've done it? Okay. So any questions so we can round up? What do you think about today's? Do you enjoy it? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Just let me start with commendation and appreciation for the privilege.
Okay. And then please, I have my products. After this, we go to the product presentation offline.
It's a privilege to have someone like a father talk to us. Like you are asking when I came, we started following you as students. And we saw the lights and started like studying it from afar. And unfortunately, we got into practice and started chasing the same paths. But where I have a little question is this, as you are going in life, you are meeting different people, and your own mindset is either expanding or reducing. And I believe
as you meet different people, you must
expand. Supposed to expand.
And different cultures is expand. So that's why I drove NVMA across religion, across tribe. And nobody will say that I have tried to make this tribe happy more than the other tribe. It takes nationalistic consciousness for you to be a leader. Yes.
Okay, so now my question is, what's your motivation in business? Like, is it about the returns you get from business, or is it about the much life you're able to impact while doing the business, or is it about maybe the social contribution the problems you're able to solve. What exactly is your motivation in running?
My motivation of business is to make money.
Okay,
Any other thing is supportive to make that money.
okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
You see, I've made little money before I started my mentorship, before I even got to NVMA presidency.
Okay.
My drive is to, you see, one, I personally, let me just open up and break out. During that my darkest hour in the planet, it was not a happy moment in life to subject any human being to. And those coming behind it. How can I help them so that they have a higher platform of their starting point? And if you watch my NVMA presidency, I faced employment. It was not that easy. I faced even Animal Diseases Act, I helped to empanel is employment. So they can have a base to even tackle one or two things. And what I found is that Nigeria is a gold mine, and we have very few gold miners. You have not even saturated the pet practice in Enugu. If you bring innovations on the table, if you bring certain innovations, you see, you have not even gone half of what you have. But how do you open up and bottle the innovations, the locked up innovations, wherever they are? Now it's mentorship. I've gone to Ahmadu Bello University, University of Abuja. In fact, I'm the first person to give talk to the University of Jos, veterinary students. They call me all over the places now. I was the 51st guest speaker in the 51st who taken in University of Ibadan. Meanwhile, I stood in UNM, but every lot they cast came to me. Why why they conquer, become calm, is how I strategically position myself. And the stupidity of thing is that you're a very student, you are not doing activities in the university. Did you go into that university to stay in veterinary faculty? No? You cannot relate with people in other faculties, in political camps, contesting elections, learning how to speak, how to build the rhetorical skills, literary skills. People ask me, how do you get this right? Because of reading. I read a lot. I've read, in fact, I think I've read over 30 autobiographies from Zeke, from Truman. I have two award books now I'm handling. My march through my early life and my march through the prison. I finished my early life, now my march to the prison. 6 ODC, from Nkrumah's, my autobiography, what do you call them? The Unrepentant Naturalist by Okechukwu Ikejiani, Madebo's book on Biafra, a lot of books, Obasanjo's My Command, Not My Will. No, along the line, there's this thing you have to learn. For every one thing about 1,000-page book, well, there's other books I've read. 1,000-page book, My Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. One thing I get in that book is that when they want to strike the whites, they felt they'll catch all of them. And they have started bombing all the places after the Sharpeville massacre. When they told them to leave Sharpeville, now hot time, they said they're not leaving. They said, man, they went there, they blacks. They said, and then you must carry a pass for you to go from one to, because every black is a terrorist. He said, let's go terrorists. But first of all, let's move Oliver Tambo to Tanzania, so that when they catch all of us, Oliver Tambo will be out there fighting for us. And it helped a lot. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, there are certain things you read, you go with understanding. And these are great people. Zeke, Zeke was about to go, was stowed away. They caught him in, they discovered him in Accra, Ghana. And there he was there, they deported him from the ship. He wants to go to America at all costs. Zeke, who later became the Governor General of Nigeria, President of Nigeria. So Awolowo fought she was a servant. Even when after becoming the prime minister, sorry, the premier of the West, he went to prison from 1960. That's what I'm reading on my match to prison, 1963 to 1966. It's not an easy stuff. And people now have a lot of tools in the internet to do Google here, get information, and then bringing it home and repackaging it because it's not line and center. Did I get you?
Yes.
So, I'm dealing with a lot of passion, but these passions come as you grow up. It's not that, I have it for, when we're dealing with students beyond politics. I told you I was the chairman of UNN alumni at Kaduna. When we went for JOS in 1999, when we went for JOS, in fact, all the alumni members of UNN at JOS came at UniJOS to have that party, to have that interaction. One of my classmates did not come, and he fell by it. We had a conference, he did not come. And even now, if you guys see, I'll put 1 or 2 calls because of the interaction I got when I was because of the interaction I get at the vet. So most of the things come for the coupies. Those who do coup will tell you that and succeed. That a lot of things works in their favor, they didn't even know. But all of them collided together. So I'm not talking. We're not in. We're in the democratic constitutional era. I'm just using as an example. All the successful coupies is that you see things working in their favor. Those things working in their favor are things that worked before, and it really helped them to gather information, gather themselves. Pure mastery. Those who missed it, fine, they killed them. That is the cost they knew. So, any other questions?
On the first concept, it was saying competition and more preparation.
Yes, if 2 of you expand the market, is your competitor in the private sector, you expand the market from maybe Enugu has 1,000 dogs, expand it to 10,000 through your cooperation. It's not like then you kill yourself with price. And unfortunately, you're killing your price. The prices of things are going on. Your children, you are going to pay their school fees. Nobody will tell you if you put your children in that school, you must pay their school fees. They will not ask you whether you are undercutting your
First day.
Oh, you are not undercut. They will ask you whether you're undercutting your colleagues you saw as competitors. So when you cooperate, you expand the market. And that's why companies are merging in the 21st century. Companies are being bought out in the 21st century. So that you have a space, an elastic space, that you do it together. You do it together, makes it larger. In Igbo, they'll say when you urinate together, it foams. Is that foaming that you enjoy? With the women, I'm not discussing you in this. Don't worry. We are not saying women should unite together. It will scatter. Anyway, sorry, but any question? Are you satisfied with your own? Yes. You have a lot of what?
So I'm thinking that the number of pets we have in under the new and then for the so we have a lot of vacancies that even if there's a kind of resources,
You can do what?
even if there's a kind of resources,
Zoonosis.
can't control it because of the number of pets we have in the industry. So as a former I think a view for young vets when you go like 2 years or 3 years ago and 4 years.
It's not out. It's not out. No, let me end up. By the time I got into office, by middle of October 2009, but before then, I have a privileged information, an intelligent report that we had six vets in police, and that four will be retiring soon. And in fact, in that six, only one or two is left now. I must share my strategy. Have an inside job inside the police, who is now the AIG now, who is the president of council. He was inside giving me information. I was the one writing. She was the one moving my papers.
When was that?
Eh?
When was that?
2010, 14th January 2014. One-on-one to discuss. I was even shrinking. Today they're up to 60. And then I'm coming. Two
What to get the clear picture of what happened that time, because I think that as at that 2009, 2010 time, we standardized for target case. Some of us applied.
No, the applications that they deployed was before 2010. Huh?
This is something. They took doctors from other states, but no vet was employed now from another states. We are 26. Into the states, area commander. Eventually, it's supposed to there's the night. Then it's
well, you see, employment. Please, you are going beyond my powers. As I want to.
As I did, when the initial name of 10 doctors that were supposed to be Abuja came out, people that feel at home, and then
they say the intricacies of Nigerian system, I can't explain it here. There are a lot of the more you look, the less you see. Haven't you seen a judgment? A judgment 16 PDP's legislators are thrown away. The same offense they committed is the same the governor committed. Because the judgment stops at the legislator at appellate court, appeal court. They couldn't drag it to test it in the Supreme Court. The governor owns the Supreme Court, they tested. That same process. That's something they ventilated at lower court. The Supreme Court granted them. And now it's a war now. You see, a lot of things happen in this country. I cannot answer questions. I am answering questions. How can I mentor you to do better? And not to join police and be carrying
no. I wanted to know what happened.
I don't know. All I knew. No. All I knew. No, you are saying this. I don't know. All I knew is that I met the AIG to employ vets, and IG investigated. And so that they've had a lot of interviews. They didn't only employ vets, they employed other professionals. Over 500 graduates were employed. So what actually happened is that he went to Police Service Commission, who employed, they employed. It's not him to employ.
Particularly because no veterinary
How will I know? Am I working in Police Service Commission? When I went there, is employ our colleagues. The manner in which they do it is within their bureaucratic nozzles, which is beyond my reach. I can't say anything. I was not even, and then more or less, it's happened in 2000. I mean, from 2010 till now, how many years? 13. Yeah. No, so what I'm narrowing in about is that you need an internal you need an internal mechanism of people inside to help you to run the advocacy. You see, one thing about I know from my experience that people in authority, no, one thing I know from people in authority is that they don't know. Catch him. All he knows is that he will tell you that, like the memo I was writing, I will write a memo. This is not language of police. I shall put the language of police in it. Are you telling me? I'm the president, agreed. But I'm going to walk inside the police protocol. I have to take that protocol. To catch a monkey, you have to behave like monkey. So she was the one giving me insight. And she was inside pushing the papers. Somebody would, or you write, one clerk will put it on the table. But I will tell you the truth. If you can write to pay courtesy call to Peter Mba right now, all these things you're talking, and explain these things to him. One thing is that he's a politician, he doesn't even know. But you need to school him, inform him. But the only thing we do, we garnish a lot of words that he will enjoy. If there's a pet name, he enjoys people like Buru Buru, Buru Buru. You do Buru Buru. You don't read, he said, okay, when we are doing an Anambra conference,